Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day and welcome. If you're new here, welcome. This is an Asian drama channel, so if you're into any of that, just hit that subscribe button. In today's video, I will be talking about another K-drama. I'll be talking about a K-drama When the Phone Rings. When the Phone Rings finished airing couple of weeks back, and I bet if you love K dramas, you have definitely watched this drama. I remember when this drama was airing, everyone was literally talking about this drama. I was literally obsessed with the leads and their love story. I was literally obsessed with this drama. I remember I used to wait every week for a new episode. It was kind of like torture waiting every week for a new episode. That's like the pain of waiting for an ongoing series. That's why I don't like watching much ongoing series because we have to again wait 1 week for a new episode, which is again torture. So I'll be talking more about When the Phone Rings. The main plot of the story goes something like this. The male and the female lead would be married for approximately 3 years, but their marriage is not like any ordinary marriage. Their marriage would be very cold and distant. For 3 years, they hardly spoke to each other and they even slept in separate rooms. Initially, male lead was supposed to marry female lead's older sister, but on the day of the wedding, the female lead's older sister would suddenly disappear, and the female lead would be forced to take her place as the bride. And this is how they would initially tie the knot. So, when we talk about male lead's background, he's the youngest spokesperson in Korea, and he comes from a very prestigious family. His family is like the picture perfect family. And for his family, their prestige and their name is very important. So, in front of other people, they always have to pretend they're happy. So, he comes from a family like that. And female lead also comes from a very rich family. And she's actually an interpreter. So, like, this is like the basic story. The main plot is like one day female lead gets kidnapped. The main twist in the story happens when one day female lead gets kidnapped by a kidnapper who really wants to take revenge on the male lead. So when he kidnaps the female lead, he would then phone up the male lead and threaten him. This guy hates male lead and he wants to take revenge on him, and he thought that the best way to take revenge on him is to kidnap his wife. But the response given by the male lead was so bad when the kidnapper calls him. And this response would hurt female lead so much because the female lead could hear what he had said. He would say something like, "When there's a dead body, you can call me." This shows that he did not care about female lead's well being at all. And in that night, somehow she has to escape on her own. And she would do it. She would escape all by herself. And she would return home and just pretend like nothing happened. She would be so hurt by Maylead. And when she escaped, she even took the kidnapper's mobile. The kidnapper would have this non traceable phone who he would use to call the male lead, and the female lead would now have the phone. And she would take this opportunity to get a divorce from male lead. Now she would become the blackmailer. She would take his place and start to call the male lead. She would use this opportunity to get a divorce from him. So, this is like the basic story of this entire drama. I would admit that I did not like the male lead in the beginning. Even though he always loved the female lead, he never showed it, and female lead had no idea that he actually loved her. Female lead is not like a mind reader who could know what's on his mind. And he would still be cruel and say mean things to her. He would say things like, don't ever fall in love and stuff like that, that really hurted a female lead. In the beginning, female lead would really try to maintain their marriage. When the male lead comes home late after his work, female lead would prepare a meal for him. That's what a good wife should do. And she used to always wait for him. But he was very ungrateful, did not have any of her meal, and did not even appreciate her waiting for him. And he will still say this line that, don't ever fall in love with me. And that really hurted a female lead. And I guess from this point on, female lead would stop trying. You can't blame her. Even though male lead always loved her, he never showed it. And female lead had no idea. So you cannot blame her to think that she could get her freedom if she got a divorce from him. So I felt really bad for the female lead. And to us viewers, it was very clear. Male lead really had feelings for her, but he did not know how to show it. And I felt that was a little bad. If he loved her, he should definitely show it to her. Otherwise, she would think that he had no feelings for her and he does not love her. And she wants a divorce from him. But slowly, he does, you know, we all fall for him and we'll understand him more and the burden he carries. When we talk about a female lead's mother, I really hated her. There are literally no words to describe how I feel about her. Throughout the series, we could see that she would use the female lead to have her away. I don't even think that she ever loved the female lead. Even though female lead was her own daughter, I don't think she ever loved her. Because apparently, when female lead was small, they would have an accident. It was like a car accident, and in that accident, the female lead will lose her brother, and her older sister will lose the ability to hear. And only female lead would survive, and nothing bad would ever happen to her. So her mother would get very mad at her. So it was this hospital scene. Her mother would come and ask the female lead to never ever speak again, that she should feel guilty for the rest of her life and she should never open her mouth. So others would feel like she is also suffering from this accident. She's so traumatic that she lost her ability to speak. She would literally put a hand over her mouth and cover it like that and ask her to never ever open her mouth ever again. And she never opens her mouth. And everyone literally thought that she cannot speak. And this is why she becomes a silent language interpreter, even in front of male lead. Initially, she never spoke. They used to only communicate through text. Just really, really sad. And we also got to see female lead's childhood. In childhood, whenever her older sister needs assistance to know what other person is saying, as her older sister lost the ability to hear, female lead would communicate for her. And that was her entire job, to make sure her older sister is okay and she understands what other person is saying. And this is why she became a sign language interpreter. And I felt so bad. Like, female lead is also a child, but at the end of the day, no one ever cared for her. And female lead used to listen to everyone. and she never stood up. And I felt really bad. And we all wanted the female lead to stand up, even against her own family, because they all used her. So when we talk about the male lead's family, they are also equally bad. As the series progresses, we'll come to know that male lead is not their biological son, and we'll understand why they never loved him. They never loved him, they only used him so they could remain in power. So we'll come to know why he could not show he loved the female lead. He could not show his love to the female lead because he was brought up in a family that never loved him. So he had no idea what love is and how to show it. So he had no idea how to show his love to the female lead. That's when we'll feel kind of sad for him and we'll understand him. Even male lead's family, I just hate them. So when we talk about the villain of the story, the villain has a very sad and tragic backstory, and we'll come to know what was the reason behind what he did and why he hates the male lead so much. Yes, he had a very sad backstory, but that does not excuse his actions. And the actor who played the villain did an incredible job. He literally nailed it. I don't know much about the actor, but he literally nailed his role. The acting was too good. Even though the villain had a very sad and tragic backstory, it does not excuse what he did. And yeah, his story was good. He had a very sad, tragic backstory, but I still hated him. When we talk about the romance aspect, it was so good. The chemistry between male and female lead was so good. They had a burning chemistry. Their chemistry was literally top notch. I really loved their chemistry. It was so good to see how their feelings are slowly developed and how their relationship slowly changed. Initially, their relationship was very distant and very cold. But towards the end, their relationship was filled with cuteness and sweetness. And their chemistry was so good. This pair was very unexpected and they had such a good chemistry. They look so good together. I really love the love story. And another thing I want to point out is thank God there was no love triangle or whatever, because love triangle will be always a typical K drama trope. But in this drama, they had no love triangle. The focus was only on their love story, and it was so good. Their love story was so good to watch. It was so nice to see how their relationship develops and how their relationship changes because of different circumstances they face. And one more thing I would like to point out is I really loved how the male lead always loved the female lead. Male lead would always support her and would always ask her to stand up, even against her own family, because he wants the female lead to fight and no longer listen to anyone. He wants her to make her own decision, and whatever her decision she makes, he would fully support her. I really love that kind of a love. He really brought up the best in her, and we got to see a huge character development of the female lead. Female lead finally stood up, and it was all thanks to the male lead. Initially, female lead was like very frail and always listened to everyone, but towards the end, because of male lead's love, she finally stood up and she started to speak, and she did not care about the consequences. So the character development of the female lead was too good. I guess that's what love should be. You should love someone who would bring the best version of yourself. Overall, this drama was such a good watch. This drama taught us that when you love someone, you should love everything about that person. Not only the good stuff, even the bad stuff. And you should still stand by that person. And that's what happened in the series. Even though female lead finds a lot of things about a male lead, her love for male lead never wavered. And she still stood by him. And for me, that's an epic love. Okay, one more thing I want to point out is that I felt like last two episodes were a little rushed. The episodes till 10 was so good. It had a lot of plot twists that kept viewers engaged, but when we came to the final week, I felt it was a little rushed. So I did not like the last two episodes as much as I liked the initial episodes. It's just my opinion. I felt it was a little rushed. But totally, it was a good watch and I really enjoyed this drama. You should definitely check it out. This drama has a total of 12 episodes and it is still available at Netflix. So, guys, if you have not watched this drama yet, you should definitely go and check it out. So, what do you all think about this drama? Let me know in the comment section. That's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. Every support from you guys, I would really appreciate it. So, please don't forget to do that. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.